What's up, guys? We are at the world famous MI40 gym with my man. God, you're so big now, I can't even get an arm around you. My man ate like 10 cookies last weekend. He's a big boy now.
And like 6 pieces of cheesecake.
We were on the company retreat trip, sorry to go on this tangent, but he ordered in the Uber home, he ordered all these cookies, and then he's like, hey guys, when are you picking up your cookies? And we all were like, none of us asked for cookies, Evan.
You all asked for cookies.
So he got like 10. I got a text at 3 in the morning after I'd been asleep for 2 hours that I saw the next morning that said like, hey, are you coming to get a cookie? And then when I texted you, you said they're all gone.
They were all, everyone ended up coming down to eat.
Oh, they did, all right.
Yes, they did.
All right, so we're at MI40. It's Thursday. We're 2 days out from the Hurricane Pro. We got Brittany Hamilton inside, who just got her Olympia qualification, so we're gonna show some of her training, some of her posing. My man Evan just got his IFBB Pro card and made his pro debut, so now he's working to get his Olympia qualification next year. So we're gonna train a little bit of arms and shoulders today. I figure I always talk about dieting with you guys. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna shoot some training footage, and then Evan and I are gonna do some voiceover work. And if you're not aware of it, my other channel, our other channel, he's been doing most of the work on that one, called Pro Physique Studio. We have actual examples of all these exercises. We have all our podcasts. So I'll link that below. But for today, let's just go train and then we'll do some voiceover work. What do you say?
Let's get it.
Let's go. All right, guys, welcome to today's video. I wanted you to hang out with me and Evan and Brittany. So we're down at the famous MI40 gym in South Tampa. This is Evan's home turf, so he always gets me in free of charge. And Brittany's in town for the Hurricane Pro. She's Olympia qualified. Evan just got his pro card, so you guys are in for a treat. These are a couple of my friends. Evan is also a coach for Pro Physique, and Brittany is a posing coach. So it's great to be around awesome people. So I wanted to take you guys through the workout. So my man Evan is here with us. What's going on, Evan?
Not much, man. Just enjoying the day.
So we got an arm workout. So take us through the first couple movements.
Well, the first thing we started with was just a simple standing alternating bicep curl, really just to get the blood flowing. Me specifically, I have a little bit of tennis elbow going on, so I have to get all the joints really warmed up before I start any of the heavier movements. And to me, this has always been something that you can kind of play with and work on your angles. Everybody's body is built differently. So like I know me in particular, I have to have a slight tilt to my elbows when I do curls, just mainly because if I don't, I end up hurting my joints.
Yeah, so I feel the same way. I like to get a little blood in the joints. I'm almost 47 years old at this point, so I'm a big believer in getting the body warm before you do anything too powerful. And again, sorry guys if there's any wind. We are standing outside of the gym. We got to avoid the copyright because of the music. So after we warmed up, we picked our primary heavy movement, which was the preacher curl. And Evan was quite a bit stronger than me on this. He was actually able to do what I was doing with 2 arms with 1 arm. So do you do a lot of preacher curl?
Typically, that's the machine I'll mainly use on there, and I always do it single-armed once again because of the way my body is made. I always had really bad forearm pain and elbow pain, and once I started changing my angle on the machines and doing them single-armed, it took all of that away. So yeah, this is one of my movements I do for biceps. It is a part that I'm trying to grow, so I'm hitting it multiple times a week, and this is definitely my core exercise that I go to.
Yeah, and Evan and I are similar heights. I'm 6'3", you're about 6'2", 6'3".
6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, so and so I think when you have longer bodies and longer limbs, you got to find unique ways to use machines because they're designed for everybody. So you'll notice he and I oftentimes are like moving around to find the most pain-free way to engage the muscle without angering our shoulders and elbows and the things that typically get angry when you're doing that. We also decided to throw in 2 tricep movements. We're going to make it an arm-shoulder day. So walk us through our starting tricep movement.
Oh, we did it on the dip machine. To me, this is just a great movement for anyone, mainly because it's made to fit anyone. You can adjust the seat, you can adjust the knee pad on there to really get exactly where you want to be on the machine. And you can also load it up and go heavy, or you can slow it down and really work on the concentration portion of it. It really just depends on what you're looking for. So to me, this is the best all-around tricep machine there is.
Yeah, I always notice a great pump whenever I'm doing this machine. And it's like Evan said, you can load it up and you get a little bit of a bounce back at the bottom. Whereas if you try to strap a dumbbell to your body and do dips, you're putting that shoulder in a very precarious situation. So I tend to stay away from the free weight heavy dips. I'll do them with body weight, but this machine allows you to load it up without a lot of stress about getting hurt. And then we threw in some rope extensions. I like these because they allow you same kind of thing. You can really focus on the squeeze. You can focus on the angle, you can move your body in a position where you're getting a lot of focus on the tricep. And is that something you always use, Evan?
Yeah, I mean, I don't typically use the rope. Mainly, I'll end up using the single cables, but the rope is a good change up for me. And this is one that you were definitely stronger on than I was with it. But I can tell you, like, you guys probably noticed, we end up doing drop sets at the end of every single movement. And that's something you can implement if you don't have someone to spot you, is you either need that or rest pause or something to help push you past failure. And those are all good options for that. And that's what we're doing on this as well.
Yeah, so you bring up a good point. So this wasn't going to be a long workout. So we were only doing 2 exercises per body part, when I would normally typically do 4, maybe 5, depending on the body part. So we thought it would be fun to just add the intensity by doing a drop set or a double drop set. And that's just another way to increase volume, increase intensity without adding a lot of time in the gym. And we were able to train basically 3 body parts. We started with biceps, triceps, we finished with shoulders. And we just went to 2 big movements. We went to the hammer strength shoulder press. And that's something that's, again, it's a safety movement. You can do these with dumbbells, but sometimes you just want to take the risk factor out of it and you can push a little more weight. And is that something you typically use?
Yeah, I mean, anytime I do shoulder press, I don't do a ton of dumbbell shoulder press. And the truth of the matter is, the bigger you get and the stronger you get, the less safe doing overhead press movements are when it comes to dumbbells. Just, using machines helps take the ligaments out of it and just increases safety all the way around. And when I'm doing a movement, I'm really focusing on trying to push the weight and not worry about injury. And to me, that's why something like a hammer strength machine or even a Smith machine shoulder press is the best route to go.
And we finished with everyone's favorite, the side lateral dumbbell raise. Now, this is probably a movement that most people get wrong, but the beauty of this is, if you're watching this video, go check out our other page, the Pro Physique Studio page, where we actually break down how to do these movements. And we have videos on the channel that talk about, where you should be setup-wise. You'll notice both of us don't bring the dumbbells extremely high. We're bringing them out to the side. We have our elbows in a position where the medial delt, which is a very small muscle group, is the primary focus. What are you thinking about when you do these, Evan?
Oh man, a couple different things. I always put a slight pelvic tilt backwards so you just get my body in the correct position. And if you look the way actually the shoulder girdle is inserted, it's not actually directly out to the side, it's slightly in front. So I almost think about like your Batman throwing off a cape, and I don't think about lifting the weight, I think about pushing the weight out. Those are the keys I normally use when I'm doing a shoulder movement, especially when I'm doing lateral raises. And exactly what you said, Paul, like this is the one movement that I see the vast majority of people doing wrong. And it's a big reason people get shoulder injuries.
Yeah, and I think most people are using they're leading with their wrists and their hands, and that's why whenever I see the wrist above the elbow, I'm like, nope, they're endangering their shoulder, they're using more trap. So lower the weight, get it right, and then work your way back up in weight. And then we had Brittany. Come on over, Brittany. We had Brittany Hamilton in town. Now, she is already Olympia qualified. She's chewing her meal now, so she's giving me a face. But so Brittany's actually up in Tampa at MI40, and we're basically 2 days out. It's Thursday. So this is kind of a little bit of a depletion. We still haven't added a bunch of food back in, but give me your thoughts on why we're doing another show if you're already Olympia qualified.
We're going to tweak a few things. Try to hide my lower back a little more with new hair. And we're going to come in a lot fuller this time. Yeah. So the chain's off.
Yeah, so getting Olympia qualified, it does one thing, and that is takes the pressure off, right? It is a very, very difficult to get Olympia qualified. To be a pro is amazing. To get first call-outs as a pro is amazing. To win a pro show the odds of that are extremely rare. But we still have time until the Olympia, and it's not like we have time to go into improvement season. So we're going to get feedback from different judges. We're going to bring in a slightly improved look, and that way we'll be able to fine-tune. And I got a feeling we'll probably do one more show before the Olympia, just because we want to get in front of all the Olympia judges going into Las Vegas. So you're welcome for Brittany's footage. Usually it's just me and Evan. So
nobody wants to see that.
All right. So go check out Brittany's Instagram. I'll put it below, and make sure you tell her good luck at the Olympia. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.